Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Board Game Captain.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're reviewing the expansion, the Robin and Catwoman expansion for Funkoverse. So this allows you to expand your catalog of Batman characters, adding in Robin and Catwoman. So what comes in the box for this little expansion? So we've got our little plastic form here. And you can actually start with this because it comes with dice and all of the kind of cardboard punch-out shits you would need. Anything you would need to play the game. It also comes with the gemstones you need for points, the custom dice that you need to play the game are in here, and also 2 characters and 2 generic characters. You can do a 2-on-2 fight with Catwoman and a bad guy and Robin and a good guy versus each other, and it comes with 1 item, which is Catwoman's whip. Then in addition, it comes with cooldown track.
Cooldown track, right.
All the standard missions that you had in the base set, right. But it also comes now with them for the board that's in here because it comes with its own board. Mm-hmm. The character cards for all the characters, the full rules. Again, you can actually start with one of these expansions, which is kind of cool.
Which is really rare.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like a standalone expansion, which is kind of neat.
Right.
And my favorite thing, it comes with a new board.
Yes.
New boards. So that I really like this new board because, one, it comes with a smaller board for if you're playing just a 2-on-2 fight that is in, I believe, Catwoman's apartment. And it's got extra space for all your cards and such. But then they have Arkham Asylum, which is a big one for a 3-on-3 fight. And it's got lots of corridors. And as Alex mentioned when we had a look at this board, lots of choke points for Joker bombs.
Yes, the mystery bomb. Mystery prize bombs.
Okay, so we've got, the board is great.
Board is great.
Extra components and more dice is great. I love all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Robin is a weird sort of character. Robin is a... He's an aid character. He's made to assist.
He's the ultimate sidekick.
Yeah.
That's really what he's for.
He's got a bunch of cool abilities where he gets to do an attack, and then whoever he's got as his partner will get to do a free attack also, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
He's got one where he gets to do an attack, and then one of his partner gets to move. Mm-hmm. Catwoman's a little weird. She's very maneuverable.
She can respawn in
anywhere that's out of sight.
Outside of the start area, which none of the characters I've seen yet can do.
Yes.
And she has the ability to steal.
Yeah. Well, it's not really steal. She hits an enemy and she takes away their item they have and puts it on the 2 space on the cooldown track.
Right.
So, like, if you're getting really annoyed by Harley Quinn spinning around with that hammer, she can knock that hammer down to the 2 spot on the cooldown track, and that's
cool.
That's a cool ability. Also, she's very different from the others because she has a lot of really cool abilities, including she has an ability called Cartwheel, which lets her move 4 spaces.
Right.
Which makes her one of the most maneuverable characters so far that we've seen in the game.
Yes. But
then she only has 1 defense, so she only gets 1 defense die. But then if she gets knocked out, it's very easier for her to come back wherever she wants.
It's actually, she only has 1 defense die, so if you want to use her in a fight, and that's so good, but
then you give her the whip.
But she's also, like, kind of, part of her mobility is sacrificing her and bringing her back somewhere else.
Yeah, it's weird. Right. So, I do really like that. I think there's a lot of versatility in here. These characters are very different.
Yes.
It's going to be up to you whether you really want to use these characters over ones in your base set, or what theme you're going for and who you think works well together. I think Robin works really well with Batman.
Yeah, well, they're definitely better than the henchmen and the police officers in the base set. So
yes.
there certainly should be your third character on your side
if you got these.
If you got these, yeah. So interesting to play with. They do bring actually really different capabilities than anybody in the base set.
Yes.
So yeah, they're fun. Like you said, Robin's the best sidekick.
Yes, he's got very good aid abilities.
He makes your hero even better.
Yes.
And Catwoman's is
she's tricksy.
Yeah,
she's tricksy.
I think you could play her. I think you could do really, really well with her character
in certain scenarios, especially.
Yeah, especially.
She's not going to be good for the beat 'em up, but she'd be really good for anything where you have to be outmaneuvering your opponent, like capture the flag scenario or the controlling different areas.
Right. Yeah.
Are very useful. So I think what's really good about this is how different these characters are from like the basic Batman starter set. They're so different.
Yes.
And that means more variety, which is really good. So, I mean, all the same positives and negatives about the basic game and how it plays that we talked about in our review of the starter set apply here.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to just, we're going to keep this fairly short, and we're going to jump into our review of this as an expansion. Do you want to rate it first, or shall I?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 7. The reason I'm giving it a 7 is it does exactly what you want it to do. It gives you variety, and lots of it. There's a lot of variety held in this little expansion. There are 2 new characters that are thoroughly different, thoroughly unique compared to the characters in the Batman Funkoverse starter set, and that's great. I like that. I like the variety. Now, I am a bigger fan, and I've thought about this, I'm a bigger fan of Catwoman than I am of Robin, but Robin is also really interesting, and his ability to, when he gets into a fight alongside Batman, to do that thing where he gets an attack and Batman gets a free attack out of turn could be really good in knocking people out.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
So I'm having a hard time because my opinion of the game is I gave it a 6, the original, the starter set. But I want to rate this higher than that.
Then do it.
Simply because it's a standalone game as an expansion.
And that's awesome.
Which is amazing. No, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
No,
really.
there are some.
Where it comes with its own board, its own...
It's sometimes rare, but there are some. It's usually mostly with like full card games.
Card games, right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is a board game with its own game in there. So I'm going to give it a 6.5.
6.5?
Yeah, 6.5 stars because
okay.
Funko's making a lot of these games. Part of it is being collectible, but they're not just $2 that you add to your...
You can start with any of these.
You can start with any of them. You really can. So I think that's actually really cool, and I would encourage them to continue doing that because that really makes a difference when you buy an expansion. You can just take an expansion with you and play the whole game.
I thoroughly agree, and that's why I gave it a 7. You gave it a 6.5. This is a 2 thumbs up review from us.
Sure.
If you like the characters of Catwoman and Robin, and you would like to add them to your Funkoverse strategy game, we'd recommend it. I mean, it's cool. And again, this is the sort of game. Check out our main review of the starter set. But this is the sort of game that you can use to teach kids to play strategy battle games in a much easier and quicker to learn and quicker to play format than the more advanced ones. This is a training wheels to lead up to the more advanced strategy games. If you eventually want to teach your kids something like BattleTech or Star Wars Armada, start with this.
Right.
Start with this.
Yeah.
Then move on to that.
And if you're going to invest in the base game, you're really going to want to get
at least one expansion.
At least one expansion.
Yeah.
It really replaces those generic characters and makes the game a lot better.
So there you have it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, either on this particular expansion to the Funkoverse strategy game with Robin and Catwoman in it, or you have any comments, questions, or concerns on this video, feel free to put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this review of this expansion, and you'd like to see us do more like it, be sure to give it a like, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelt with a K on YouTube, and ring that bell so you get alerts every time I upload a new video. And until next time, game on.